Hello everybody, my Macleod, welcome back to another video. And yes, you read that title right. That is a thing. I do not have writer's block. I have too many ideas syndrome. And many of you might have that too. Some of you may not even know that's a thing. Some of you may be watching this video and saying, oh, I have that. Trust me, imagine my reaction when I read that. I was like, oh, I have that syndrome? It's a syndrome? That's a thing? Apparently it is. So for many years now, let's get into the past. I've been writing for 10 years, right? I have so many stories written out, so many guides, so many notes, but I don't have anything published. I constantly in these videos and all my videos and vlogs and tell people, I have books, I'm gonna publish them. But why haven't I done it? Why do I keep telling you guys I'm a writer? I keep saying I have all these stories, but I have nothing to show for it. And that's because I have too many ideas. And the problem is I just keep writing. I keep writing guides, I keep writing new stories, new worlds, and all these different genres. I think it's, how many? I have like 10 short novels written that could be released, but I just keep adding to them. I keep changing the story. I keep making new ones, and I can't finish anything because I have a vampire hunting universe, I have a demon hunting universe, I have my main elemental series that I've talked about a lot. I have an alien invasion series now. I have a futuristic fantasy series I wanted to. I have a Weird West idea that I don't think I'm probably going to pursue anymore, but I am also a screenwriter now, guys. I have screenplays I'm working on now. I have too many fucking ideas and things to work on. And that's what this point of this video is today. I want to share that with you guys because I feel like some of you probably have the same issue, but you just don't know it. And you're probably looking out and thinking, is there someone else that has? Yes, I do. This is a call to all people with TISM. TMIS. Too many ideas syndrome. Right? So how do we get over it? How do we deal with it? It's really hard because unlike writer's block, it's not that you can't write anything. It's that you have too much to say, too much to tell. And it's worse when you're like me and you're a short novel writer, aka like a novella writer, because you can just go crazy. It's not like you have one world, one story that you just keep adding to. You just have all these novels to do. Like, I'm not alone. A lot of people do this. Like novel-wise, have a bunch of novels like me and are constantly working on it, but it's just I can't finish anything because I keep coming with new ideas, improving ideas, and I don't want to release trash. I want to make a story that's captivating. I want to make a bunch. I want to touch every genre that I like in all these different stories. But the problem becomes it's a trickle effect. The problem is it suffers because you have so many ideas that you think are different, but when you actually start writing, you realize that they become very similar. And that's the problem that I face. A lot of my stories, some of them are a little too similar, and now I have to revamp the story, revamp the world a bit, and that just keeps delaying me. It keeps me from finishing anything. I want to release my novels. I want you guys to read them. I want you guys to enjoy them. I want you guys to hate them and criticize them and tell me what's wrong so I can fix it. Because I've grown so much in 10 years of writing. Because all my novels used to be, like years ago, were just kind of me in these worlds, different versions of me in these worlds, doing these incredible things. That's how it started. That's how my first series was. That's how my elemental series was. It's just me doing all these things. And it has grown into now I have all these different characters, all these different main characters. Now they do share one thing, is they are a piece. Each of them are a piece of who I am. So the reference I have to that is that all their names start with J, because each of them have a little piece of who I am in them. They all reflect some kind of emotion within me, some kind of characteristic that makes me who I am. And that's why I want to make them right. I want to do them correctly, have good, long stories. I in the short novel format, of course, but having long series, you know. My longest series right now is going to be 9 novels plus 2 sequel series. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. And then I have a couple of trilogies I'm going to work on. And I am. Every day I write some new notes. I do research on how to world build weapons, looks, and vehicles, and different genres. I'm discovering new genres every day. I discovered gunpowder fantasy is a thing, and flintlock fantasy is a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. Guess what? Now I gotta write something in that category. And it just becomes too much, because you start losing your touch at making diverse stories. And that's the problem. I am finally trying to slow down. I am finally starting to kind of grasp a mature view on writing. So now I'm able to now put that little boundary and be able to make diverse stories, better stories, but also have that little old school reference of, hey, they're all pieces of me. But they're not. They have different names, they have different attributes, but they are a reflection of who I am and real world ideas, not political stuff. I don't really like political stuff that much in novels, novelizations, and books and stuff. So yeah, share with me down below if you two have this problem. I guess it's really a problem, really. Is it worse than writer's block? I don't know. I feel like it's better, but not by much, because you don't have that problem of not being able to write. You can write all day. Problem is, you write too much. You jump from here to here to there. That's my problem. I have this series, I have this series, I have this series, and I jump boom, 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 back and forth, back and forth. That's why I can't finish anything. And like I've said before, I'm revamping my series, and it's hard because my focus has shifted off of my main series, and I have all these other series that I want to do first. Because in my main series, Elemental series, I left the name the same. His name is Jaden. I left that because he's my OG character, and I can't change his name. It's just, like, I don't care. Like, I know you guys wouldn't care, right? Like, be honest, you're not gonna care. You're gonna read a story, oh, his name's Jaden, blah, 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 blah. But it's a good story. It's a long story, a lot of interesting details, and lore, deep cultural and world building, and all these things. So you guys are not gonna care. But because of that, because of his name, and it's just very similar to who I am, and with the same name, I don't want to release him first. I don't want that to be the first series that I release. And so I want to work on all these other stories and release those first, because they're different people, different characters. But it's just so much I'm working on too much, too many ideas, too quickly. And I keep coming up with more and more and more. And it becomes a fuzz. Gray fuzz of what's unique, what's repetitive, what's rip-off, what's this and that. And I'm sure a lot of you have this too. I'm sure a lot of you, I hope this video helps you guys too, in the idea that it's crazy, it's hard to get over. So how do we get over it? So screw writer's block, everybody has it. That's a concept to beaten to death at this point. Too many ideas syndrome. How do we get over it? Lock yourself in. Very simple. Lock yourself into one story. Find the story that you have the most developed and push on with that story. Make it as good as you can. It's never going to be perfect. I myself have to get over that. My story's not going to be perfect. People are going to love it. People are going to hate it. Some people are going to enjoy it, but think that this needs fixing, that needs fixing. I need to get over that. My fear is hate. All right, I'm afraid that people are going to hate it all. But no, not everyone's going to hate it. People are going to criticize it. I get that. That's part of being a writer. It's what happens when you make content like this, is people are going to criticize. And That's okay. So really, you should lock yourself in. Make that story as good as you can. And guess what? Hey, if there's some things wrong in the first book that people see, fix it in the sequel. That's it. You can't really go back and change things. Like, I'm doing that just because I'm small. You guys didn't even know. Probably wouldn't be able to find my novel yet, or any remnants of it. So it's like I can take it down and change everything, right? But some of you, maybe you publish it, you make all this money, you get all this notoriety, but then, you know, people will notice, oh, this detail is not developed enough, this is that. And you may get that fear of, oh, people hate my story. No, people don't hate it. They're criticizing you. That's good. They say, hey, this is a good story, but hey, this character needs to be fleshed out more. This storyline didn't go anywhere. This will fix it in the sequel. That's all you can do. It's not a game, you know, where you have to worry about all these other things. It's a novel. Just continue the story, but make sure to touch on all those things that you couldn't fix in the first, or that you messed up in the first one. Just don't make a bad story, you know. Flesh it out. Make sure it's got everything that you need. Make sure it's unique as possible, because, you know, it's hard to be unique nowadays. And push forward. It's that simple. So feel free to share your experience with TMIS. I'd love to hear it. If you have a similar issue, or maybe you should want to share it, because it's stressful. It's annoying. My brain never stops working, and I'm sure that's for a lot of you. Some of you may have ADHD. Some of you may have just so many ideas. It's worse if you're a writer with ADHD, which I think I might be. I don't really know, but if you know, it's worse for you, because you just can't stop thinking. Like, I just can never stop thinking about my novels. Every single day, every hour, I'm thinking of something about my novels. How to make this story better, a scene, how to make this character. And it's tenfold because I'm thinking of like one series and that series and that series. It's crazy. It's too much. I and you, if you're watching this video and you have the same problem, we need to set up a boundary. We need to set up barriers. Focus on this story. Flesh it out. Make it good. Get the copyright. Publish it to Amazon, to all the other publishing apps, or if you're you know, self-publishing wise, or if you're someone that wants to go down the route of getting an agent and getting a physical novel and all that stuff, do it. Focus on the most developed story you have. Flush it out as much as you can. Get deep into it and focus on that. That's how we have to get over this, is focus. We need to focus. We can't focus. That's the problem. I can't focus on one thing. I'm constantly here and there and this and that. I can't focus on one thing. I just have 10 different stories flowing through my head every minute of the day, constantly trying to improve and be better at writing, have better stories, have stories people like you will love, that I want you guys to love. Yeah, guys, that's really it today. I just wanted to rant for a couple minutes, share this idea, because I wanted to see if maybe if a couple people see this video and find inspiration, or also have this issue and now don't feel alone, then I succeeded at this video. I just want to share my experience, share my issue, and bring awareness to it. And also, if any of you have the same issue, let me know in the comments below. I'll talk to you. If you guys want a part 2, for whatever reason, I don't know what I would talk about in part 2, we'll do it. Because I like this kind of video. It's not bad. I have another video idea. You know, I need to talk about the anthropomorphic stuff. You know, the furry stuff. Everybody, I need to make that video, because that's just another whole thing we need to talk about. Video 1, self-insert writing. Video 2, my problem. Number 3, another concept that's very hard to cover. And then whatever else I decide I need to share with you guys, whatever I feel like you guys need to hear, or not get educated. I don't want to say I'm trying to educate you. You know, you guys are smart. You guys know, especially you writers. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know what the next video is going to be, just in general. Like I said, my channel is just random shit at this point. I'm a booktuber now somehow. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. You may not.